Good evening and welcome to the second part of the video tutorial with Understanding Body Language, Liars, Cheats and Happy Feet. This afternoon I did the Prince William Kate Middleton interview. I hope you enjoyed that. Now I'm going to do a little bit of criminology, because I've studied a little bit of criminology in my time. So the video I'm going to do for you today is the very sick video that Ian Huntley did on Sky after those two girls were missing. So I'm going to run through the video now. And you can see his gestures, his movements, his words, and I'll do a bit of statement analysis and explain to you how his gestures do not time with his movements and his speech. So, if we start from the very beginning.
Ian Huntley here is a familiar figure. Evening, Ian.
Okay, so here he is now.
School caretaker. The girls, Jessica and Hollywood.
Okay, right, your school caretaker. Look out for the contempt asymmetrical smile located on his left-hand side.
Hollywood
So,
know you, and
there we go.
they saw you on the front doorstep. What went on?
The girl, but I don't know the girls.
Right, okay, straight away, that is no as a false start in the body language sense. And we do this when we're not quite sure what story we're going to tell because we made it up. Now, I don't know if you knew who Mark Twain was, very famous guy in the 1800s, and one of his famous quotes was, "The great thing about telling the truth is you don't have to remember anything." Now, the trouble with tell lies is three areas of the brain have to make up the lie and keep making things up, and we have to remember what lie we've just told. So this guy will have concealed something to some of his friends and the police of his whereabouts, but when he's on an interview, he's not quite sure what he's going to say. So if we go back, it's called a false start.
I stood on the front doorstep, grooming my dog down. She'd run away and come back a bit of a mess. They just came across and asked how Miss Carr was, as she used to teach them at St Andrews. I just said she weren't very good, as she hadn't got the job. And they just says, please tell her that we're very sorry. And off they walked in the direction of the library over there.
Right, okay, radio. In the library over there, and then he makes a gestural emblem and points in the direction. But note the timing and synchronization between what he says and what he delivers.
And off they walked in the direction of the library over there.
How did they seem to you?
Okay,
so
right.
Very cheerful, happy.
Okay, so what happens there is, as those two girls didn't walk over there, he's got to make it up. So whenever you say you're going somewhere, you'll point in the direction. It'll happen all at the same time. But when you're lying and it's never really happened, they'll be off. So timing and synchronization there was clearly off.
Anything untoward?
Right, okay, now what you must watch out for here is his asymmetrical shoulder shrugs when he's asked, well, when he's telling people about the condition of the children last time he saw them. So watch his shoulders.
I didn't say anything untoward.
There you go, look at that. So an asymmetrical shoulder shrug once he said he didn't see anything untoward. Now we can't control that, that's all involuntary and subconscious. And the shoulder shrug is one of the only few universal gestures we give off when we've absolutely no confidence in what we just said. So watch it again.
Untoward, nobody hanging around. Just seemed like normal, happy kids.
There you go.
Safe and well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch for the shoulder shrug. Do we still go back again?
You may, as it
So,
turned out, have been the
there you
last
go.
person to actually chat to them before they vanished.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Okay, right.
And it's a
Now,
restraining-
if we have a look here as well, if you look at the restraining gesture he's making here, this is not the gesture an innocent man would make. Being accused, well, he wasn't being accused, but the worst thing Ian Huntley is doing now is talking about it because he's lying about his whereabouts, and obviously when it all came out in the wash, he clearly was. So if you look again,
everybody around here, I've been speaking to a lot of people, and what they're saying is, while there's no news, then there's still that glimmer of hope, and that's basically all.
Watch for the asymmetrical shoulder shrug when he says glimmer of hope. Notice how his shoulders move then when he knows the real truth.
Then there's still that glimmer of hope. That's basically
there you
all
go.
hanging on to.
Asymmetrical. Whenever you see an asymmetrical shoulder gesture or any kind of asymmetrical movement, there is no emotion attached with that. Okay, so try it on your friends and family. As soon as you see one side of the shoulders move, okay, it's not a good sign.
And there was nothing that Sunday evening that gave you a glimmer of suspicion that anything was wrong?
No, not at all.
Okay, right, yeah, now look at that. No, not at all. And look at the tight lip smile. And look how his eyebrows dip as well. Okay, so that's a micro expression of fear.
No, not at all.
Eyebrows dip down, tight lip smile. It's fear. Okay, and now what's interesting now is his restraining gesture. He's making a double arm barrier behind himself.
Nothing wrong.
And then, not quite sure what happens here, but he just seems to just drop down and pick something up. So, recapping again from the start.
Familiar figure. Evening, Ian. You're the school
Fear,
caretaker.
micro-expression.
The girls, Jessica and Holly, would know you, and they saw you on the front doorstep. What went on? Well, the girl...
Okay, what I missed before is that's called a gestural retreat. Is whenever you answer a question and you take a step back, you've no confidence in what you're about to say.
Well, the girl, I don't know the girls.
There you go. So he's
I'll stand on the
moving
front
back and
doorstep.
forward, so his nervous energy is kicking off. Again, the false start.
Grooming my dog down, she'd run away and come back a bit of a mess. They just came across and asked how Miss Carr was, as she used to teach them at St Andrews. I just said she weren't very good, as she hadn't got the job. And they just says, please tell her that we're very
So
sorry.
watch out for it again.
Off the walk to
The
direction
timing and
of the,
synchronization
the
completely
line
off
of
between where he's pointing and what he said.
How did they seem to you?
Seemed fine, very cheerful.
Watch for the
happy,
asymmetrical. There you go.
chatty.
Asymmetrical shoulder shrugs there. No confidence in what he just said.
Just seemed like normal.
And the rest history. So thank God this guy's doing life in prison for his crime. So there you go. So that's how we caught Ian Huntley out. Again, when we lie, it's very, very difficult to conceal it. We try our best to conceal it with words, but unfortunately our non-verbals leak out, like the gestural retreat, stepping backwards, the timing and synchronization between naming a place and saying where it is. And our asymmetrical shoulder shrugs, which we know full well we're lying, so our body can't convey the confidence because we've lying. So there you go. So that's a little bit of criminology done for you. I'll probably do another one tomorrow as well. I'm not quite sure which one I'll do yet, but I hope you enjoyed that, and any feedback is always welcome. So take care and have a good day tomorrow.